Hey everyone, my name is James Lynch. I wanted to talk about a scam that I see happen far too often where hackers will target creators or influencers, offering them a sponsorship where the creator thinks that they're getting paid for advertising when really it's hackers behind the scenes trying to get access to your information. I'll show you what I mean here. And just before we dig into this, do want to mention that I got hacked a couple years ago. My Gmail, my Twitter X, and my YouTube all got hacked at the same time. It was a total nightmare. So I'm always like a hawk when it comes to any sort of advertising that people are offering to my channel. I'm very much like a hawk here, but this is an email that could trick some people, and I'm sure people have got similar emails. So I want to show you some things that I look for now when it comes to seeing if I'm, being solicited by a hacker. So first and foremost, you can see the email here. Subject line says cross promotion sponsorship proposal. So someone had emailed me this. I have my email on my YouTube channel, so I'm guessing that's how they found this. It says, like I said, cross promotion sponsorship proposal from HyperX. So what is HyperX? If you do a quick Google search, HyperX is a company that sells headphones. So it seems pretty legit. Like, people that are content creators, they're using headphones. So it seemed like a good product to advertise. So that's the first way they try and get you to come in. So it just says it's from HyperX. But the thing I always look for before I even open an email like this, I look at the email and you can see here, Edward FCTN Meta USA. So the email is completely bogus. And if you actually go to Meta UA, what ends up coming up here is a Ukrainian site. So already we're into deep waters here. You can see this has nothing to do with HyperX. If you actually Google HyperX, you'll see it's going to be a company that does high quality gaming gear. Sorry, it's getting cut off here on the screen, but you can see there, it's like, computer products basically. So this looks nothing like the site that we have here. So that's something to always keep in mind. If you ever get a sponsorship offer from anyone, whether it's through social media or through your email, always check the email first if there is any email that's there. In the case of if it's on social media, go check at the account, see if they're active, all that different stuff. So let's read what they have to say here. They say, hello, we are interested in a potential cooperation regarding your audience. We want to discuss a collaboration to promote HyperX to your viewers. If you're interested, reply to us for further to discuss the details. Looking forward to your response. Cheers, the HyperX team. So you're reading this and you're going, this seems pretty like AI kind of made as far as the email doesn't seem very personable. Doesn't seem like a person wrote this, or it's a bad translation, one of the two. So that's another clue that we get right now. So we already know the email's BS. The HyperX, name here could be BS as well. The way this is written seems really odd. And then it says, cheers, HyperX team. If you're a company that's going to solicit someone for advertising, you would probably have a proper signature in your email. So this is like a fake signature here. It just says, cheers, HyperX team. If HyperX, a big company like they are, they're going to have a proper, signature, email signature that's going to have their photo and all these different things. So that's just something right off the bat. It's another clue. So I knew that this was a scam right off the bat. Again, I did the same thing that I just did, the same steps that I showed you here. So I just replied with them, sure. So they get back to me. Now it's a different email. Check this out. It says contact at hyperxpromotions.com. Again, if we go, now this looks more legit because it actually says hyperpromotions.com, but look what happens when I go to hyperpromotions.com. It's just a bogus website. It says this page isn't working. It doesn't go to anything. Contact, most companies do have like a contact at the company there. So this does look like, on the surface, it looks like a legit email account, but if you actually go to the website, it doesn't work. So it says, hi, we're excited about the opportunity to collaborate with you after reviewing your channel and its recent achievements. We're confident working together would be highly beneficial. Again, comes across as a little AI driven, not something that we would want to see. So, and then it goes, we're particularly, and I've seen this before, this exact same pitch here. It says, we're particularly interested in the following promotional formats: a dedicated video focused on HyperX, a 30 to 1 minute segment on one of your upcoming videos. This is pretty common for how advertisers do advertise on YouTube, by the way. I've gotten actual paid offers, legit offers that do fit this mold. So again, it's not completely out of the norm as far as getting something that looks like this. Please share your pricing for these options and let us know if you're available to feature the collaboration in your next video. Again, very legit there. To give you a clearer picture of what we have in mind, here are some examples with collaborations with other creators. If you actually click on these are real collaborations. So if we go to the video here, I'm not going to go through it. Let me just move this over a little bit. You can see here, this is actually a legit creator, right? With his actual video. This headset just works. HyperCloud 3. So it's someone doing a review of that. Now, I don't know if this was a paid review. I'm just going to look in the comments here. Yeah, it actually doesn't even look like it was sponsored by HyperX. It looks like whoever is trying to hack you right here, they basically just found a review video of this product. So that's something to keep in mind. Now let's get back to the actual email itself here. So what does it say? So yeah, it shows you, like, again, on the surface, if you're not doing your research here, you look at this and it goes, oh, it looks like these are people that have actually talked about the product. Additionally, we would love to send you an exclusive HyperX gift box with some of our top products, allowing you to experience the quality firsthand. Please provide us the shipping address or confirm one to included in the contract. So right off the bat, they're asking for your shipping address. That's something as well. Even if you are getting it from legit companies, be careful about giving out your information. You're you know, because someone could use your private address or whatever and dox you and put you online. So that's another thing to kind of just be very wary of. You know, I do have companies that send me stuff, but it's usually someone that I know or I know can be trustworthy. You can find, now here's the big one. This is how they get you, okay? You can find all the key details, including a draft contract in our media kit, okay? Media kit is this is the password. It ends up being a WinRAR file. I've actually clicked on this already. Just because, again, if you click on it, you're not going to get hacked, but it's the contents that are in there. Now, I'm almost positive what's actually in the WinRAR file is what looks like an Adobe Acrobat document, which usually is what you use if you sign a contract. Now, listen, I've done I don't know how many sponsorship agreements over the years with my YouTube channel. I've never had to, there's maybe one or two cases, but I've rarely ever had to actually sign a contract. Usually a verbal contract via email is enough to do it. So you shouldn't need to sign a contract. And if you want to just test this out, if you're a little bit weary of signing a contract, actually ask first if you can just do a verbal agreement via email. Most people will do it that way. I've rarely had to sign a contract for anything. So keep that in mind. This is how they get you though, because what's going to happen is you're going to open up this kit. It's going to look like an Adobe Acrobat document. And what you're really doing is opening up a piece of software that allows them to hack into your computer and steal all your information. And what they will do, because it happened to me, is they will go into your Gmail, they'll go into all these different things and they do it quickly. They have something that's automated and they will like change your Google recovery to like a key that has to get mailed to you. There's all this different stuff and it gets to be very dangerous. And what happens is you end up getting locked out of your account. Like you can't get back in even with your recovery options. It's very advanced in what they're doing. So again, you shouldn't ever have to open up anything. As far as like a media kit and stuff, usually it's a Google Drive or a Dropbox. It's never looking with a .bit.ly link or anything like that. So that's another thing to keep in mind too. Again, they showed the real HyperX website. Actually, is this the real one? Let me just check. Yeah, so they have the real HyperX website. They have, an Instagram and Facebook, which are all very much legit. So the part where they do get you a little bit is if you're just scrolling this email and you go to the bottom, you'll see that they do have the proper HyperX website and everything else, and it looks great. And again, it says regards hyperlink and all this looks normal. But like I said, if you're ever asked to open anything, be very careful about that. Because again, this is where they trick you. And it's always the same pitch. Because I've literally seen this at least 20, 30 times. I get emails that look like this all the time where they're like, open up the media kit. And then you open up what looks like an Adobe Acrobat document, but really it's a way for them to hack into your computer. So I'm making this video because this happens all the time. I get emails like this at least once a month. I get them on Twitter as well, where people will DM me being like, hey, we're interested in advertising on your channel. You just have to sign a contract. As soon as they say sign a contract, that's where things get a little bit sketchy. So just be very careful that you don't open up any documents like this. And again, go through the steps that I explained here in the email. First and foremost, check where the email is coming from. Second, see if they're asking you to sign a contract, say, hey, why can't we do a verbal contract? Mention that. If they say no, then don't bother. You don't want to be opening up links that you're not familiar with. And again, if you do a little bit of digging like I've done here, you can see that, again, why is the email changed in the second email? If you go and type in HyperX promotions, it doesn't lead to anything. So again, unfortunately, there's a lot of hackers out there. They will try and bait in a lot of content creators or influencers. I'm just putting the word out there to warn you guys about this. So these are some steps that you can look through because again, it's happened to me. It was a nightmare having to go through all this, getting my Gmail. I got everything back eventually. I got my Gmail and my YouTube and everything back, but it was the stress of having all this stuff locked out and no options to go and fix it immediately. And there was a point where I was having to use backup, emails and YouTube channels for the time being just to get all this going. So again, hopefully this video can educate you and you can avoid any sort of scam that's coming forward. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Again, the goal of this video is to prevent anyone from getting hacked, and hopefully I've done that here in this video. So again, if this has ever happened to you, if you've gotten emails like this, let me know. If you've got similar emails, I don't know if this just happens to me, but like I said, I've talked to some other people where it has happened to them as well. Let me know what you think of this, and I'll try and do more videos on this if stuff like this comes up again. Maybe I'll do like the Twitter version, because I do get DMs like this too from like booking.com or some random company that is pretending to be the company. When you look a little bit closer, it's not that. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Instagram at Lynch on Sports. Subscribe to the Lynch on Life channel. This is a channel that's alternative to my main channel, which is where I do, reviews on products. I'm going to do more advice stuff like this when I get a chance, and live streams as well, where I do Q&As. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. My name is James Lynch. Appreciate you watching, and let me know your feedback in the comments.